I think I found a error yesterday on Trello, sir. I cannot open at all Trello.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Same with me actually,
yeah,
Tandy. At the moment,
like sometimes the like cannot open any doc.
Weird. Okay, I'm not sure why. All right.
Okay, I think maybe maintenance or something yesterday. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we will have to community scrum. So we are jump to the initiative. So the first initiative is from me about the CSC program. So the next CSC program, the update is yesterday I had got call with the Gong as well. So I he they are ready for what's called the audition for the audition and monitoring. So uh, I I I would like to maybe ask Andre as well. So do you prefer they make the video or you have a video call with them?
I think just tell them to make the video. It's okay, Tandy. But it should be structured. I mean, step by step. Is the bedroom first, and then the next is living room, kitchen, and then bathroom, like that.
Okay. Okay. Do you have the very good example of the video, maybe from the Puri Kelapa or Taman Kutuh or
Oh yeah, okay.
okay?
I have the
And
example of
we
the video.
can use that for the reference to them, so they can
Okay.
make the good video as well. Okay, thank you, Andre. That's just from my update. Do you have any update, Andre?
Yes, I have update here, guys. So gladly, we are now start to campaign CSC on Jogja. We already got three MVP here. Yesterday, the first I got Hyarta, Uttara, and now I got Rumah Noni who wants to join. The reason why is because they already start to reopening their villa, and the area around is start to reopening. So what I've been looking about COVID program from Airbnb, I already attached the screenshot and also the link of it. It is the newest link about the update of the COVID program from Airbnb. So the first they will deploy to the US host first before they continue globally. So in this particular case, I'm also waiting for another response from the Airbnb about because I'm asking about the hero photo. Is it okay to put about COVID or coronavirus like that? So it will also affect on our certification as well if they not allow to us to do that. So maybe we can change. But if they allow to do that, we can still use on it. Regarding about this is also working with Cynthia and Gani initiative about branding on Instagram. About branding in Instagram, we still going to put the CSC certification because it is not related to Airbnb. So we're still going to put this on Instagram, or maybe if Facebook want to join, so we're just going through on the Facebook on the Instagram. But Airbnb is still waiting for their response about this. I think that's all my update. You can check also the link there. This is the latest update about it. So that's all. Thank you about Tracy.
Okay, thank
Um,
you, Andre, for have to clarify with the Airbnb. I hope we got the answer quickly from the
yep.
Airbnb. Okay, next to the second one for CMC.2, all the bigger. Okay, so for this, I had delegate this to Rian to scheduling with Puri Sabina, but I haven't heard from Rian yet for the Sabina stuff. I will follow up today and then just have a quick call with Rian today for that. Okay, that's the update. And then the next one is CMC3 for the digital second progress. It will be happen today with Taman Kutuh and Puri Kelapa at 5 p.m. So I will have the video call with them today. Okay, just that. Okay, next for Rafiq. CMH.1.1, setting the hospitality standard with monitoring. The latest update is today, 5 years ago. Sorry, 5 hours ago, not 5 years ago. Okay, and then for Pondok Kita and Kencana cannot do the video call. We will follow up the again later. My pivot is Mi Villa. Please check the video on attachment cons cannot see the reality about the cleanliness and need inspection. This is before yesterday guest check-in and they didn't complain about the cleanliness, only issue about the construction nearby. Rian will send the hospitality standard today. Wait for the evidence. Okay, any question?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd actually like to add Bayou back to this card. I
Yeah.
saw that there was a discussion between Bayou and Rafik about why we put the card into done when it wasn't done. And I think it's because Bayou's not aware of the new template system that we have. So I've gone ahead right now and I've put but the other confusing thing is I'm not sure which one actually belongs to Bayou. I think
Yeah.
the Bayou with the Indonesian flag behind it, that's Bayou, right?
I think so. This like I think the Airbnb account profile, right?
Yeah, okay, the
Yeah,
Bayou and Wayana.
the
Okay.
Bayuana.
Okay, so I've added him back on this card so he can monitor what's going on this as well. He won't have that communication break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Okay, next to the Rians for CM 8.5 for the finance dashboard. The latest update is 3 hours ago. Bambuzen will join the huddle on Thursday at 2 p.m. WITA. Okay, this is the screenshot. Okay, so the Bambuzen will join on Thursday, yeah. Okay, next. I think that's already done. So, do you have any discussion or can we jump to the discussion management? Okay, okay. So, yes.
In Rian cards, I think you have sub discussion with Rian. What is the result of it?
With Rian, with Rafik, do you mean?
Oh, because I read it Tandy and Rafik, so it's wrong. Yeah,
Uh,
I think you joined the finance dashboard about this is about the details of every finance.
Actually, yesterday it's Om Rafik just this was called explain me about the
Hmm.
Wiska case. So the report is still very confusing because there are like a two bank account for the Jing and then Wayana, and then the amount is not like it's really confusing. So that's I had asked Mas Bayu as well for clarify to Olivia as well. So in the future there is no dependencies from the owner finance dashboard. Yeah, because on the HCR we if the guests want to extend the stay, right, we send the alteration, and then if they want to stay again we send the alteration. So yeah, the payment is like a mixing, like a 5%, 30%. Yeah, so I had Mas Bayu to make a better explanation to Wiska. Okay, and then
Okay.
yeah, I asked Mas Bayu to join as well on the Thursday for and then Wiska as well. Okay, just that. So we'll have a look the discussion. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Attendee on Rion's card CMH2.1. I
Yeah.
think we can move this to done because I see that it's been already carried over to HAR already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's already today.
Okay.
Okay. See. And okay, done ya. Okay, thank you, Andre. We I will like to check the discussion. Okay, let's see if there is any topic. Okay, the latest topic is how to progress as a chapter. Take the wheel and put on the new car, make the new pivot clear. Okay, maybe do you have any topic from Jing and Andre that you like to bring up? Uh, I think from my side is I think I have one topic like how to make present or what do you think?
I Okay. I have a solution, Tendi.
Yes.
Can I share with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll take the screen, and this is how I would do it. So you want to make an invitation system that's easy and doesn't take up too much of your time. So ideally, what actually happens during an invitation, right? You invite somebody, and it has to be a place and a time. Okay, the place is already certain, VV Scrum, but the time is the one that's variable. So then the problem is, they have to figure out what time you're available. You have to figure out what time they're available. So it's kind of a mess, right? So what I can suggest that everyone does, right, for the meantime, is use Calendly. You can use Calendly. And what we can do is we can set up essentially Calendly research meeting times. Okay? So these are essentially times that we agree we will be available to speak to an owner. Okay, so when can people book this? Well, let's go ahead and set the calendar. Right now, I have this set. This is for my professional networking, right? From 7 to 10, and then from 6 to 9, right? So those are just available times that I will set for, sort of research professional networking. So that's for professional networking. But let's go back to, let's say, another type of event. Let's go to this type of event. Let's go to an owner office hour, okay? So what we can do is we can agree to use a Calendly here, and we just need to set owner office hours, right? So how do we do that? Let's go ahead and give it a shot. So let's see. We'll wait for this to load. Currently, we have it between 5 and 6 WITA, but let's try some other times so that we can have a higher probability of being able to engage with different owners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to load, but I'll set another time when it finishes loading. Come on. Oh, okay. Let me try reloading again. What I'm thinking we can do probably at this moment is set between 5 and 6, maybe 9 and 10, and I don't know, server error. That's a terrible. This is unfortunate. This always happens when you're doing a live demo. Give me a second here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This time it's okay. So what we do is we can set different times. So currently I have it set between 5 and 6 WITA, but I can also set it for another interval of times too as well. Let's say I want to set it from 9 to 10. Yeah. Okay. So then I can apply it to Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, maybe even Saturdays. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I've created basically the slots that were available, 9 to 10 and 5 to 6 at the ends of the day. So that's kind of nice. It's at the beginning of the day. It's at the end of the day. So that should be okay for the most purposes. Then we save and we close that. Okay? And then what we do is you just simply send this link now to a owner, right? So let's say, for example, you just send this link. Calendly.com, Bukit Vista owner office hours. Maybe we just call it BV office hours, a text. And then what they see is then they see, what? This is all wrong. Sorry, I must have said something incorrectly here. What's going on? Yeah, and then you need to make sure that it works. If it doesn't work, then it will be very unfortunate. Okay, so hey, welcome in, Bayu. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good.
All right. So then you need to make sure it works. So then you go over to this page, and it says no times in June. Well, that's not right. Time to troubleshoot that. Okay. Let's see if we fix that. Okay. Nope, that's still wrong. Okay, so then we have to fix it. I'll just try to do a live fix at the moment. So let's try to figure out why this isn't working. Let's go over to advanced, show availability in increments of, 45 minutes, I guess. Max per day, prevent events less than 4 hours away, event buffers. Okay, I don't know why that doesn't work. Okay, show more. That looks okay. That looks okay. Save and close. Okay, and then we take a look at the live page. What we should see, why does it say no times in, okay, must have one of the settings are wrong. So let me go back up over here. Let's set it for 60 minutes. Let's go over to advanced, show availability in increments of 60 minutes. Set max number of events per day, 2, I guess. Minimum scheduling notice, okay. Saved, view live event. Let's hope this works. Okay, well, we wait for that. I'll take you guys to see what it looks like when it does work correctly. When it does look correctly, then what it should look like is this. That's weird. I don't know why this is happening. Okay, this is troubleshooting availability. Done. Weird. Okay. Well, when it does work correctly, what you should see is this. So you give a link to somebody, they copy, they paste the link, and they see your schedule. They see your schedule, and they go, okay, I have time on Friday. What times do you have on Friday? They pick a time, and then they confirm, and they leave their email, and it goes directly on the Google Calendar, which makes it really easy to have an owner office meeting. So this is my suggestion for how to simplify the invitation process, Tandy. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree as well. So the owner can, hello? Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the owner can pick the time of us.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, yeah, the challenge one is, like when we have a program, then we invite them, then they didn't show us, right? So even actually we already tell about the benefit and everything, but it's because I was thinking like we have like a more than 200 or maybe, yeah, but now the active is just below 20, right? So yeah, like I would like to have Andre to spread out the CSC program and then training bigger or something. But even that's not 10%, like even 10% is not, yeah, because yeah, I have goal also in my OKR, right, for at least 25%, that we can in the first batch we can get 25%. Yeah, I tried many times to remind them and everything, but yeah, didn't show up and everything. Like, oh, I was thinking like, what is wrong actually? Like, is that something wrong? Something like,
Nothing's wrong, Teddy. It goes back up to the idea of communication, right? So in communication, you have just a few things that can help. So I'll just write it right here. You select your audience, you select your timing, your messaging, and your problem and your channel. So perhaps it's the wrong audience. Maybe over time you'll see you're going to need a special combination for each type of audience. Maybe one type of audience responds well to email. Maybe one type of audience never responds to email. So you might find eventually this is what you're looking for. It's an experiment, right? So maybe you find that, let's say, Balinese people respond really well on weekends, um, and they're concerned about, let's say, community safety. Let's say safety, and you reach them on maybe WhatsApp, right? Maybe for, let's say, Australians, you reach them on the weekdays, and it's about property safety, and maybe you reach them through email, right? So what you're going to find over time is that different segments of the audience will respond differently to different requests. Generally, the lowest common denominator is a telephone call. Telephone call works really well. Why? Because it's a generational thing. So most of our owners, I think, let's say, like the progress of communication has evolved over time, right? So before, people used to write letters, then they used to send telegrams, then they, used telephones, and then I think after that email came out, and after that chat came out, and now you have like Slack and project management with integrated notifications. So people who own properties, I think, were generally more in their 40s and 50s. This is when phone calls were the way to get business done. Our in-person meetings are the way to get business done. We, as let's say employees of Bukit Vista, tend to be younger, so we tend to use like the stuff that we see. Like we don't even need to communicate; we just use notifications to get things done sometimes. So I think the best channel is probably a phone call for most of the community. If it's urgent, if you want them to show, give them a call. Say, hey, look, by the way, we're having this meeting today. I've sent you an email. Please check, and you can subscribe and come in today. This is part of that whole 3C culture. We're trying to change their culture from one of needing to communicate using phone calls all the time to one where we can probably bring them in and evolve their communication habits and style too. So I think the best way, Tendi, is probably to send an email followed by a phone call. But you're going to need to probably train people over time how to just like look how long it took us to train everybody to get used to Google Calendar, Slack, and video conferencing and Trello. It took like 2 years, honestly, to do the full evolution. So I hope it doesn't have to take that long, but there is going to be a communication cultural change that will need to happen. So remember, most of these people we met not through email, not through online. We met them through a phone call. Remember, we would call them when they had a construction site, and we'd say, "Hey, look, we want to talk to you. We have this great idea." So that's probably the most reliable way to reach them. Okay, and then everything else that came afterwards, they probably didn't really. Yeah, email, what email? Nonsense.
Yeah.
So this is a generational thing, I think. So, but if you use the phone, I think you'll be able to get 100% attendance. If you call everybody, let's say the day before, you say, "Hey, I have something important. This will relate to your revenue in the next 3 months. Would you like to come and listen to how to make more money?" Yeah, I would. Right? Like that sounds like. Is it worth 30 minutes of your time? Yep, probably. Right. So that's what it is. When we use the wrong channel, then I guess it's
Yeah.
never.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe usually like I would like to try in Uluwatu. Usually kan I met them directly usually before, right?
Uh-huh.
So going around there, maybe I just want to just call them like via video call on WhatsApp. So just like a face to face, like explain it like we have this program. So I hope this week we got new member for the CSC in Uluwatu, and then if that's work, maybe I will like to spread out to other region as well, and then ask like Rian, Rafik to use that method.
Excellent. Yeah, I think you got to start with first. You gotta kind of start an evolution, right? You got to start the in-person meeting to evolve to a phone call meeting, to hopefully a video call meeting, and then to like a webinar meeting. Yeah, that is essentially the progression. If we can progress people into being comfortable attending webinars, then we are doing really good. Then it's much easier for us. But it does take some time to set up that communication habits and culture.
Okay.
Okay? So it is pretty normal what you're experiencing. It's nothing wrong with it might be just wrong with your channel. If I'm not mistaken, you guys are texting all the time, right? Last time I remember Rion texted everybody in a WhatsApp broadcast. I don't think anybody over the age of 35 responds to that. I don't think anybody over 35 responds to that. They just spam, right? And they probably forget about it. So if you want them to understand, it might seem like it's not scalable at first, calling everybody every time, but it's not permanent. It's more of like, how do you evolve their behavior to be more offline, okay? Or more online, okay?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Okay. Any thoughts from the other? Yeah, Mas Bayu.
Okay, since this is related to this one, the invitation system. So
Yeah.
actually, I have that on the product development as well. So just if we are successfully make the partner use bigger every day, uh, staff and owner. So basically, we have this one. Let me share my screen for a
Excellent.
moment.
Okay.
Okay, did you see this? Do you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the plan basically. So on bigger, the main page for partner is this updates. Basically, this is everything that they need to know about their property. So for today, for example, if today is 20th of May, there's a new review that coming from guests, right?
Hmm.
Then another day, like the 19th of May, for example, there's a new comment, there's a new reservation that's canceled, new reservation that's changed, the total number of check-in, the payout sent. There's a new booking yesterday, but there's one thing, this announcement. So this basically can be seen by the owner and also the staff. So why we think that staff is uh, should see this, because I think if owner are doing something else other than managing their property, the staff will tell them what to do. Like, hey boss, you get invitation from Bukit Vista, for example. So this is the announcement that we can send in this application, that this is only work if actually the partner use this every day, use this to check this, like how many check in today, how many check out today. If that happen, then the announcement will also help with that. And even we can just directly put a link or a button here, so they don't need to do anything. They just we just say that click here to join at what time, for example. So this is just the part of the announcement product that we are developing. What do you guys think about this?
Uh, yes, I think from me, it's good, Mas Bayu, for that. But maybe one problem will be, for example, like we announce on 20 May and then the webinar on 30, so they have to scroll down to click the join, right? For example, like to see the announcement, maybe they forget, or can we have like the reminder, like the reminder notification there on the bigger, so maybe like a day or 5 hour or 3 hour before, it will be like reminder, and then please join, click this link to join for the webinar today, like Calendly or something.
Yeah, so this is actually, this is not an update for that day, but this is a feed, an announcement, like anything. If you want to, like for example, the event is we are 5 minutes into the event, right? So right now you are just sending another announcement, like hey guys, the announcement will be started in 5 minutes. Then it will show not here, but in the latest one here. So everyone will see that reminder, and we will send a push notification basically.
Okay, so the notification also is like the WhatsApp or something, like can sound right, like beep beep or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah,
So not only on the app, just like the, yeah, okay,
yeah.
yeah, good.
Okay, basically that I want to share.
But yeah, I'm only afraid about notification overload. Let's say Pondok Lulik, someplace that gets a lot of check-ins. So they would get like how many notifications for each guest event? Like almost six, right?
For which notification? For announcement, they only have one. For check-ins, they don't have any notification. So basically, this notification we control, or we manage by the urgency basically. So
Yeah.
uh, there are small and bigger part of notification here, right? So
Mm,
like comment and review and announcement, this we will push into this push notification.
okay.
But notification like this one, reservation canceled, like payout and everything, this will not show in push notification, but only show if they open the app.
Got it. Okay, interesting. Okay, no, that is pretty good. I like that idea. That could be the next evolution, actually. So the evolution goes from in-person meeting, phone call, video call to sort of like bigger. Uh, that way, they get used to using that as a main communication platform. Okay, I like it. It makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, great. In the meantime, let's see. How can we help you, Bite? In the meantime.
Just any feedback. Currently, this is all in the design process. So if there's anything that not you think it should not be implemented or should be added, then just feedback.
Let's see. Okay. Andre.
Mas Bayu, we are also talking about owner invitation, right? So when we want to invite owners, we have to invite it through email, right? So we have to, if we want to pop it out on the bigger product, we have to send it through the email first, or how?
Oh no, we will do it on bigger. So on bigger, like you creating a new booking or
All right.
creating a new notification, something like that.
Okay, noted. Just asking about that.
Okay, maybe also on the invite, maybe what's called that you can have on the invitation. Maybe there is something like a button like on the calendar. If the owner can, you can join yes or no. So yeah, at least we know which potentially owner will join the meeting, right? So it's like the calendar. If you have invitation on the calendar, you can click yes, no, join or no. So yeah, maybe we can have the list of the. Oh, also I can remind this because this owner can join, this owner cannot join, so I not send again to them like that.
Okay, we can add that. Even better, actually, if you are using the Calendly, so we can just put Calendly there. So you set up 5 meetings, for example, like, and you send to 100 partners, right? So not all of them can join in one time, right? So they can choose what time they can join. So that would be better management, and also we make sure that everyone can join that because we provide different times.
Yeah. Because on the Calendly, yeah, not most all the owner understand the Calendly, right? So, but if we just use, so I just can push the owner to use bigger, just only like a bigger, so everything all there.
Yeah. I think Calendly is pretty easy, right? So you just tell them when they want to uh, join the meeting, right? And you can just tell them which hour it's available for them.
I have a question about Calendly. When we share the link to the owner, should they also log in, or they don't have to log in? Just confirm for me.
Let me do a demo, actually, Andre, for how Calendly works. So let's give it a shot. Um, there is a little bit of a trickiness, right? Oh, actually, maybe I can ask Bayu about this. So Bayu, I've got like a bit of a tricky problem here. So I've set this event for owner office hours from 5 to 6, right?
Mhm.
So I can't put that on Calendly now because that event blocks my Calendly from being used from 5 to 6. But that's also the same event I want to have. So if I delete this event, then it goes away from everybody's calendars. But then the Calendly thing,
Yeah, basically Calendly takes all the empty slots from your calendar. So if your calendar is uh, there's an event there, so user cannot choose that.
I
So
see.
you need to clear that, or you can just create another calendar only for owner office hour.
That would be
And
better.
then sync that to Calendly.
Okay, yeah, that would be better because then that would. Okay, that's a good call. Thank you for the suggestion. All right, so let's say, for example, what Andre will do. Hey, Andre, actually, I'll give it to you so that you can feel what it's like to be a owner. So I'm going to send you this link, and you can book me tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Okay, and Andre, share your screen, and then we can see what happens on your side. Okay, so I send the link to Andre. Andre is the owner here in this case. So what Andre will do is he will go and he'll click on Thursday, right? So Andre will be like, all right, I want to meet Jing on Thursday. And he will click on that. And then he can book me for, it's automatically done according to the time zone of Andre, right? So that's sweet. So 9 o'clock my time is 8 o'clock his time. So he'll confirm. And then after he confirms, he'll put his name and email. So just put Andre, and then Andre. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's fast. What's the shortcut?
ANDAM.
Okay, great. So Andre will book that, and Andre, go ahead, schedule that. Okay, bingo. And then
Oh.
like magic, everyone.
I'll stop.
Like magic. Okay, now if you look at my screen, Andre's meeting just showed up right here. Owner office hours, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Showed up automatically on my calendar, and this part shows up, and that's it. Ta-da! Like that. And then when I go to Calendly, I can go back to Calendly over here, go to my menu, and all I need to do is look for upcoming meetings, and I'll see Andre has an upcoming meeting with me. So there's a central place you can look at it, but also you can just look at it on your calendar, which makes it super duper 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 sweet. Yeah. This is how we used to schedule interviews. This is how we continue to schedule. Oh wait, Andre, when you were a candidate, did you use Calendly to schedule an interview?
No, sir, not yet.
Oh, okay, I wonder why. All right, but this is generally what we use to schedule interviews throughout the week with candidates. So the HR team, they'll put their blocks of interview times up and be available, and it's super easy to use. Yeah, after that. So in this case, on my side, I would see that Andre has a meeting with me tomorrow, and that is that. Okay. All right, cool. So I'll go ahead and delete the meeting since we're not planning on doing it, but as a demo, that's that. Okay, so that I think Tendi is the simplest way that we can have anybody actually do a meeting with anybody here at Bukit Vista. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's really cool, sir.
All right. Should we have that by you across the company? Everybody just has a Calendly and just book me on my Calendly. Is it easier than booking somebody on a calendar? Or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's try. But I think this work better for external party.
True. The external party still
Easier, yeah.
Okay, and that's the scalable way to do it. This is apparently what all customer service people do, right? So like account executives. If an account executive wants to talk to a customer, they give them this link, they book a thing, and it's just pretty easy. It's very straightforward. Okay. All right. Hopefully we can use this and get some more luck with it. Tendi, I will give you a link whereby I set owner of office hours from 9 to 10 and from 5 to 6, so at the beginning and the end of the day. I think that's probably pretty reasonable. If somebody's like in a different time zone, then that should work at the beginning of the day.
Time zone, yeah.
Yeah, and if they're in another thing, they're at the end of the day. Okay, all right. And then if we need more slots, we'll add more slots. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good stuff.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, I think we had covered the discussion for today. Maybe from Mas Bayu, do you have anything that you want to discuss again?
No, actually, I want to discuss it with Rafiq about the hospitality standard.
Okay.
Rafiq is not here.
Day off.
Be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can join tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Mas Bayu.
Bayu, just let you know. So Rafiq did a new pivot from that card because he was going to take some of the things that worked and keep it, and drop some things that didn't. So we've added you back to the new card. Just to confirm, on your side, are you actually this icon? So let me double check. Is this your icon?
Yep.
That's you, yeah? Okay. So I've reattached you to the new pivot card.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, actually, I sent a new feedback on that card.
Okay.
So I think, or at least from me tracking this card, I still don't understand the plan. So I think we need to, if we don't have any, so we need to have the plan.
Yes,
Yeah, because I think this is just making and then doing something and then some like
I agree.
maybe working, maybe not. But I think we need to have plan and track which plan is working or not.
I agree. I agree. I've wrote here also that we need to share evidence that it's actually working, rather than just saying that it's done because I say it's done. Um, that's good until it doesn't work, right? So
I think it's not even there yet, Jing. I think we don't need to test for are they delivering the standard or not. I think it's still in the are they understanding the standard that we teach them.
yeah, we don't know at this point. So Rafik has told us that he's talked to them, but ultimately, yes, I saw the same problem too by you that we don't know until the guest feedback starts coming back, right? Whether or not it's actually working. So I think right now we're not as rigorous as we should be on actually making sure we understand that they understand. So yes, I think this is a good call to enforce that rigor. Okay. All right. Good stuff then. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, Mas Bayu and Mr. Jing, for that discussion.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next, I think we are covering all already. So Andre, could you share the meeting notes? Maybe just a quick summary.
Okay, I will share my screen. So if you wonder how I did a secretary today, so I split the screen. The first one is for the Trello on the right, and one is on the left for the secretary. Why I do this? Because I think this is more efficient, where we can make a comment in the Trello faster and back to the meeting notes faster. So this is the meeting notes today. So for me, I was updating about Airbnb confirmation about the cleanliness program and CSC new MVP. So the meeting update is about that. I'm not going to read about the progress. Yeah, just updating
Yeah,
about the
just
highlight.
quick summary.
Yeah. From the attendees, delegate speaker training from Puri's training, Puri Sabina to Rian, and to also working on digitized process check-in to Taman Kutuh and Puri Kelapa. And from Eugene is simplify invitation process, demonstrate about using Calendly. And from Rafik is adding value back to the card and continue the progress about the initiative. And from Rian moved on about this initiative and also write about finance dashboard in the progress that Bambusen will be join the huddle of on Thursday. And from the last one is Bayu, is about product bigger will be available for community owner needs regarding about I'm not finished write it down but I'll write it down here about invitation actually, but that will be different prioritized notify that will pop up differently like that. So I think that's all the meeting notes today. You can also read it the rest of it because I already write it on the meeting notes.
Okay, thank you very much, Andre, for the secretaries. Thing is just quick feedback. Okay, starting from Jing.
Good. I think the meeting was very clear. It was productive. We got to the initial points really well done in the scrum. We got to the discussion and we discussed the key friction points, which was good. That was the prioritized. I think that was the most urgent thing that needed to be discussed. I think we made a demonstrable progress. And I like how we're using demonstration culture right now. So I demonstrate how Calendly works, and Andre demonstrated how he takes notes. So this is much better when you show rather than tell. So that part I think is good. Andre's notes are better this time. I've noticed they're far more to the point, and they show where the action has been taken and the difference. So that part was noticeably improved, which is good.
Okay, thank you, Jing. Okay, next to Andre.
I think and also kind of love this thing up today because we are developing a lot of new progress from Bayu, from Jing using Calendly, something like that. We're just developing two new things in this thing up today.
Okay, nice. Thank you, Andre, for the advice. And then from Bayu.
All good.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Think from my side also, that's good. We make progress on the learn new thing as well. So I hope this will be spread out to all the member as well. So for the, I would like to check the for the next chairman is Om Rafiq, and then sorry, the next chairman is Andre, and then the secretaries is Om Rafiq. Yeah. Okay, then thank you very much for today all. Have a good afternoon. Have a good lunch, yeah. Bye bye.
Good luck, everyone. See ya.